Now we're touching the core of the soul conditioning grid because schools are built on very specific ley lines designed to program, entrain, and anchor future timelines. Let's go deep. What kind of ley lines are schools built on? Most schools are built on psychic training ley lines or imprint lines that are neuroprogramming lines. These lines affect mental frequency, especially in growing children. They are tuned to imprint belief systems, societal rules, and obedience. This is where the matrix trains the mind to think inside of boxes. Generational loop line schools are placed where ancestral and community energy recycles. The same pain, division, and expectations are passed down through the land and then through the lessons. These lines often intersect with family ley lines, meaning trauma and programming from parents is geometrically passed to the children. They don't just educate minds, they encode futures. What's the purpose of the ley energy used for schools? To set spiritual patterns early through ritual repetition, bells, pledges, tests, energy harvesting, creative light, focus, frustration, peer competition, conformity, magic, social pressure to be normal or obedient, disconnection from soul blueprint, art, and intuition often suppressed. These ley lines act as neurological tuning forks, locking minds into linear time and material expectations. Why are schools often built near churches, fire stations, and Masonic lodges? Because these create interlocking ritual circuits, such as church equals moral doctrine, fire station equals martial protection, and alarm energy. Masonic lodge equals esoteric grid keeping, shul equals future timeline encoding. These buildings reinforce the illusion of control, authority, and structure, and they often share intersectional ley influence to keep spiritual rebellion from forming. Are schools haunted too? Yes, but differently than jails or hospitals. The energy includes echoes of bullying, fear, shame, loneliness, stripped inner children who never felt seen or safe, thought form ghosts made from anxiety and comparison, and is feeding on adolescent pain, confusion, or defiance. Because kids are psychically open, entities often attach during school years, especially during puberty, when the aura is in flux. What happens to kids who are born on ley line nodes and then sent to these schools? They become targets or transformers. Some kids absorb the programming easily and become docile followers. Others rebel hard, often being labeled as bad kids or ADHD because they naturally reject the grid influence. If spiritually protected, these kids may become grid breakers, disrupting the programming from within. Starseeds often find schools painful because they're forced to download codes from a system they didn't come here to serve. What can be done? You can help free the grid. Here's how. Locate the schools on a map, overlay lines, and check what structures are nearby. Do a grid blessing or shielding ritual, especially at schools you or your children attended. Speak to the inner child in you or your loved ones and remove the implants. Beliefs like I'm not smart or I have to fit in. Summary. Schools are temples of mental programming built on neural ley lines. Their goal is to lock timelines early, but your awareness can break the ritual. You came here to learn but also to unlearn and reset the ley web for the next generation.